Hello, hello, hello. Okay, live again here. Thanks for tuning in. It is Wednesday, the 21st. Now, I sent an email out yesterday that said October 11th. And then I sent out another email afterwards saying it's actually October 21st. Today we are going live. We have Zohaib again, and we are going to talk about creating your own product. Now, this is a subject matter that I've talked about before on the YouTube channel, and I continue to do it myself. It is one of those things where we as affiliate marketers always like to have control of something, okay? And we want to own something at the end of the day. We want something stable, something we can sell at the end of the day. We talk about that in our training at Powerhouse Affiliate, and we do it ourselves many times throughout our careers. Okay, so I've created a product in the past on Shopify. This is what we're going to talk about today, is creating your own DTC, direct-to-consumer kind of products. But I've done that in the past myself, and Zohaib has some experience as well. So we thought it would be a great subject to bring up because a lot of affiliates are interested in this subject matter. So, and now currently I don't run a Shopify store, but I'm so always thinking about it because of the fact that Facebook is getting harder and harder for affiliates, I find. And it's nice to think that they like actual product owners more than they like affiliates. Now, I do run the Powerhouse Affiliate product myself, and I love the ability to have pixels and all that stuff. I'm not going to ramble on too much more. Hold on. But the beauty of owning your own product is that you have full control of the tracking. You have full control of the marketing messages. Everything you want to do is in your control. So this is where a lot of affiliates move after they find products. But a lot of people that own products come back to affiliate marketing, okay? And we've seen people come into our community because there's a lot of work involved. And that's what we're going to get into now. Zohaib is going to talk about the work involved to build a $100,000 a month revenue stream from a DTC product, right?
Right, perfect.
You're good to go.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joy, for arranging another wonderful session with wonderful people that we have in our community. Today we're going to learn about how you can build a brand for yourself. Affiliate marketing is good, but it's always a great idea to have multiple streams, and it's always to have a good idea if you have something that you can manage, as Joy said that, something that you are totally control of. You are in a communication or in direct relation with the consumer or the end consumer. So that's always a good idea. And even as an affiliate marketer, that have been my approach or my goal, that I build something for me and for the people I work with, or I do the consultancy, that they could have a product to sell in the market to the real people, right? You can begin with affiliate marketing to have enough revenue so that you could build your own business. And you can then again, you can continue the both things and having a store that you manage and having the affiliate knowledge that you have. Once you have the affiliate knowledge, that is going to help you a lot in managing your own store. No matter whatever you are selling, that could be clothing items, that could be B2B products. So that is your choice, and you must be doing the market research before that. Then what are you going to sell? So I would request Joy to share the screen
Sure.
so that we could begin with what we have been doing. How did we choose that project?
Like that?
My screen where we could see the revenues.
Oh, right here. There you go.
Yeah. So here we are. Here we go. And here is what we have been doing. And here's a Shopify store that we have been running for some time. That's been quite a lot of time, but recently we switched to Shopify. Previously we were using a different CMS. So here we are. Here you could see, like, these are stats from last 30 days. If we could go to last 90 days.
By the way, if anybody has any comments or questions or anything you want to say, tell us where you're from, anything you want, please post your comments and we'll see them live. And we can also respond to them throughout the presentation or save them for the end, and you can do a Q&A.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here you could see that the what we have been generating in past 90 days, or let's say last 30 days, and we are going to learn that how you could do that to earn such revenues or make some real money. So basically, what product did we choose? I mean, people are more like into clothing items, into footwear, into stuff like this, like fashion accessories. So, and being a marketeer, we had an idea that this is very saturated market, right? So we didn't choose that product that most of the people are choosing. Every new entrepreneur is trying to go into that field. But back then, I mean, we have been running that store for like 2011, 12, that store. But back then, mobile items were quite new, right? So we had an idea that mobile is going to, it was big then, and we had an idea that it's going to remain big in years to come, right? So we chose that we should find something that we can offer in that mobile market, right? So we began with the mobile parts, the screens, the digitizers, the batteries, and stuff like that, because this is the choice of every mobile user. I mean, this is the need of every mobile user. Everyone would need that every now and then. If you could go to the store, this is basically not for the end users, because in our early days it was for everyone. I mean, even the end user could uh, place their orders, and we would be sending our, let's say, mobile screens or batteries. But we found that people are having issues with the product. They were not able to like replace the batteries, no matter how well our instructions are, no matter how good our videos or to how to do tips are. But that was not up to, I mean, people were just damaging those products. So we changed the market. That was something that we learned our first year, that our products are good, but end users are not able to understand that. So what we did, we changed the market to the shops, the people who actually repair the mobiles, because those were easy to find, right? So we changed the market from normal consumers to the shops. So from B to C, we switched from B to B, and that took some time to figure out the new market, to find the new consumers. Uh, because we are running in the United States. This store is one of the popular stores in the United States. And we contacted for like a couple of people around the town, and we asked them, and through the calls as well, that they can directly order their products, whatever they want, whatever that is demand in their area, the kind of customers they have been having. They can directly contact us for those items. So we were doing two things at a time. Number one, the Google Ads, and number two, the direct marketing, calling the people, because their directory, their yellow pages, you could find their contacts on Google Maps as well. So it was quite easier. The information was there. Our job was just to reach them out, just contact them. So we started building the relationships with those people over the time, and we kept on spending the money on Google Ads too. In the meanwhile,
Can I ask one question?
yeah.
What is it exactly you're selling? And like when you first started, you're selling right now. It's kind of hard to see there.
Yeah,
So
here.
selling screen protectors, right? Is that what this is?
Yes. Mobile screens, screen protectors, mobile batteries, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
And you're
here you
still
can.
selling these today, and
Mhm.
and you're sourcing them from different places around the world. I guess you'll get to that. But
Yes. Here you can see what we have in mobile repair parts that we have been selling. iPhone screens, iPad screens, Samsung screens, and the batteries. And recently, since watches have become a thing, so their parts and parts of popular mobile brands. So
gotcha.
basically, we have been doing that. We have uh, mobile in the stream as well, that we will be selling mobiles to the customers on installments or on some good terms. That is a part of the plan as well in the pipeline. But for the time being, we have been selling mobile parts only,
Okay.
and
When,
in mobile screens, LCD screens mainly.
when I first started into this game of Shopify, I started selling gadgets. Okay, I started selling a speaker. It was a like a solar powered speaker. It was something I used myself. And the biggest challenge here, and what I see with your store, is there's so many different products, right? And so that in itself is probably hard to manage, where you have so many different SKUs or whatever you want to call them, and now you have to try and get the right phone size, the right for people coming into this game. It seems like very overcomplicated, and really maybe if you can touch on that, what made you guys decide to get so many products as opposed to focusing on one or two high sellers?
That takes time to understand which product is trending these days, right? I'm not asking or I'm not suggesting everyone to jump into the same business or start selling the mobile screens, because this is just one business model that you can replicate to others. Like if you want to have a real solid business in 5 years to come, right, or 10 years to come, you want to have a real solid business in the market. So that is the idea of today's basically session. You could find some other products as well. I mean, there are two things. You could find the trending products, or you could find the products that you feel would stay relevant in 5 years or 10 years. Like, for example, the mobiles, or for example, something for the laptops, or something with the every new innovative things that are around. Or if you want to sell the trending things, you could go to Think with Google. We would do another session with how you could find the trending products with Think with Google. You could find there what Americans or what people from different countries are ordering online. You could find some 2 3 products from them and you could sell them on Shopify. So you could think short term or you could think long term.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools out there nowadays to find these products that are trending. In fact, one of the videos that'll be going out on the channel tomorrow is about Anstrex, which is a tool. They have a free spy tool that allows you to see all the top trending products in e-commerce right now. So what I did, and what I think is a right approach for people just getting into it, is not to look at this in a store like this where you're building massive amounts of products, a bunch of SKUs and all that kind of stuff. Starting with one trending product and building from there probably seems more feasible for most people coming into this business. And there's going to be a lot of competition, no question. But I think it's inspiring to see the $100,000 a month on a product that is, only priced at $15.99. So you guys are probably selling a lot of products daily.
Absolutely. And when you have established a business, we are not doing any marketing these days. As I told you, we did marketing from 2012 to 2015, 16. And after that, we have been not spending much, maybe like $5-10 a day with Google ads, but not much. And $5-10 just to attract the new customers who are searching something on Google. But now most of our orders are coming from our existing users. Like 70-80% of orders are coming from our returning orders, the people who have already built a relationship with. So our marketing cost is close to zero. I mean, spending $200 or $300 is absolutely negligible when your business is making some $100,000 a month. So our marketing is like, we're not spending much. We are just maintaining the current customers and the current inventory. That's it.
Can you give us a walkthrough of what it took to go from 0 to 100K quickly? Just give us a walkthrough of your marketing strategy from day one to where you're at today.
Sure. We are going there. Here you can see, let's say we go to the Google stuff. Here you can see how much we have been spending from like 2011. I mean, we started marketing in 2011. 11 we started beginning with the products. I mean, back then,
Oh, you've cut out. Something
was
happened.
broken.
There we
People
go.
were getting, yeah, the accessories were need of that moment. So we started the product listing ads from back then. Right now we are doing. I mean, Google has created this thing, the Google Merchant Store, where uh, getting your ads live is a free thing. I mean, they announced it's like uh, 2 3 weeks ago probably, and we have announced that thing in our forum as well, that Google is making this thing free. So we are using that thing. So we started with listing our product with the help of Google Ads, because at that time no one knew us, who we are. We had the big competitors in the market, but no one knew us back that time. So we started building the product base one by one, started marketing. I mean, if back then the product was iPhone, let's say 4, iPhone 3 or iPhone 2 or whatever, we would be selling the products of previous iPhone models. Like, we still get orders of iPhone 6 screens, or iPhone, the previous models of iPhone. So no matter how the new models come, the previous remain in the market. People are still selling, ordering the broken screen and stuff to us.
Question for you. I know
Yeah.
people are probably thinking this right now. Did you actually buy the products and put them in a warehouse somewhere in your garage, in your basement, or did you drop ship? And how did you find that supplier? Can you just quickly touch on that before we go further here?
Yes, from the beginning, you could find the product from your local market. Like, I mean, you could do the relationship building, that I would be getting these many items probably per month, and I want a discount. So you could, at beginning, you don't need to get the supplier in China in the beginning. You don't need to make things complicated even in the beginning. So you just move around. You could find a wholesale supplier in your area, in your market. You could do the research, and you could find like 10, 20, 30 items that you could order. Drop shipping was not a popular concept back then. It just became a buzzword recently, like in 4 5 6 years. It became a thing. But at back then, it was, you were doing the same thing, but that was known as like credit, uh, getting the products on credit and then selling and then paying back those credits. So we were doing that, getting the orders, supplying those orders, and with that money we were paying to the people we were getting our products. So
That's
at beginning,
That's great, because it's so simple when you think about it. Go to the store, buy the products, get a bunch of them so you get a cheaper price, test your theory before you get into this big rigmarole of getting these suppliers from China or wherever you're going to get your suppliers. And a lot of the training out there around Shopify is, oh yeah, you got to get your supplier and then you got to fulfillment and all this. But you just said, go to the store, buy a few products and set up your website.
I mean, absolutely. Now things are even easier. I mean, we could buy the products from Alibaba or AliExpress. We could order there. I mean, things are more easier, but you don't even have to do that. You could go to shops. I mean, every city has a shop where the wholesale products are available. You could go to the downtown. You could buy some products there, and you could sell them. Simple as that. And when you scale, when you start getting more orders, and you see, you could do the research even easier these days. I would be introducing some tools in our feature session as well, where you could do some drop shipping research as well, that how you could find the cheapest products from AliExpress or Alibaba or Amazon or eBay, and you could like establish a business out of it. So you just find the product from the local market and sell that. That's super simple.
Now, eventually, you will have to supply it, and all that, of course, comes down the chain of, finally you've proven your concept. Now it's time to find some suppliers. Again, very easy to do that. Well, not very easy, but you can start with Alibaba or AliExpress, order a few hundred from wherever you're getting it, bring it to your place, start that way, scale from there. And then eventually you have to figure out a fulfillment plan.
Yes, I've seen basically two type of people working in this field. Number one, who don't want to go out of their home. I mean, who don't want to go to the real market, who who are not good at negotiating and who just want to run the entire business from their home. But that is possible. That is possible as well. So you could just go to online suppliers. You could contact them. The other way is go into the real market, negotiate with the suppliers. I mean, you could have a margin of $2, $3, $4 because the product itself is not like a very expensive product. These are like cheaper products. So you could negotiate and you could make more profits. So no matter you're a first kind of person who wants to do the business from the home, who don't want to leave the home, or you're a second kind of person who can go into the real market. So both type of personalities are suitable for this business.
Okay.
Yeah. So next stuff is we begin small, but we did mistake. We did make mistakes as well. We chose the wrong market. We earlier thought that we could be able to educate the people to replace the batteries, replace the stuff. So which failed quite badly, and we changed the market. So what you can here learn is do the market research properly. Make sure you are choosing maybe laptop parts. You may be choosing some other little stuff, maybe something related to electrical items for the homes, maybe related to sanitary items for the homes, stuff like this. Because in these areas not yet saturated. There's not rush of audience in these markets as compared to there's a lot of rush in clothing items or footwear and stuff. So just you would need to make sure that you're choosing the product right, and you don't have to be the top-notch expert of that product. I mean, I have seen so many people who would be saying that once I will get enough knowledge of some product, only then I would jump into that market. I had zero knowledge of mobile parts, right, in the beginning. But with the passage of time, we learned these things. We got to learn that how to choose the right stuff, how much inventory we should be ordering when we were at a stage that we should be having product in our warehouse. We learned that stuff. So these are the things that you learn with the time. And in front of you, you could see that we have spent some $1 million over the years. And here you could see we stopped marketing after 2017 much. We didn't quite actively market it after 2017. And still we are making like a good amount of money without any marketing effort. We are not spending maybe $200-$300 on another Google Ads account, but not more than that. And you could see how actively we have been getting orders.
Excellent.
Right, and make sure that you have integrated the Google with it, Google Analytics with it, because that is going to give you a lot of information, because now we are managing our business on the basis of information. And here you could see most of our visitors. Let's say we see from last month, this is last month from, let's say August. We see the August stuff from 1st to 2020. You can see most of our traffic is direct. We are getting some 52% people are coming direct to our store. I mean, we are doing the marketing stuff, and the other big chunk is organic. People are searching this on Google. So a bit of since we changed the store, we did a bit of SEO as well. So people are coming from SEO as well. So 43% direct, 35% SEO. That counts for like some 80%, 75, 80% people. So 80% of people are coming without any marketing budget, without any marketing effort. And how we are getting that? Because we had spent like in previous years. And this is what a businessman, a business professional would want, that their marketing efforts start paying them off.
So have you guys invested in search engine optimization as opposed to search starting in 2017, or was this just over the years your product listing started to get ranked in Google? Have you been investing in services to do that for you, or how's that?
No, since I'm managing the SEO stuff as well, we have not been purchasing the backlinks. We have not been purchasing the directory submission stuff because we have built a brand over the years. So people would be typing our name like
Right.
PhonePad Pro, iPhone batteries, PhonePad Pro, stuff like this. So we have made our keyword a brand itself.
And
The
that's the
reason,
key, and that is the key to success in this. I believe, and it's I've seen it as well for Powerhouse Affiliate. Is that over the years that we've been a product and a brand, the search terms have changed drastically. Where you see your brand in a lot of the reports now being searched, right? So that's why your organic is going up, because the brand is starting to become known. The more ads you do, the more strategies you're using for reach, getting more reach. And that is the key, building that brand so that brand is sellable at the end of the day. As long as the business model fits and it's something you want to run.
absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, when you do that over the years, people start recognizing you, and when you're doing the good service, people would uh, start trusting you. They would start telling about you to their friends, or I mean, their relatives. So that's a free marketing that you would be earning with the time. So this is something that would start happening slowly and gradually, and you will get the fruits out of it.
Now, I noticed on your last screen, I caught it quickly, that your average order size is over 200, yet most of your products are $20 to $40. So how are you guys boosting your average order size? If you just go down a little bit here to the
Yeah, since I mentioned that our target market is the shopkeepers, the people, mobile repair shops.
I see. Okay, so they're
Yeah,
ordering more than one.
yeah. So those people would be ordering a good amount of items from our store. Uh, Sometimes they do like one product or two product on some urgent basis too, but most of the times they would be making like the good orders.
So how are you targeting them if you're getting all this organic traffic and your average order size is 200 or over 200? So how are you targeting them organically, or are you still doing that mostly through reaching out directly to the shop owners? And
I know for the current management, we have a girl who's doing the phone calls to our current customers. We would be like making a thank you call once in a month, just to make sure that our relationship with them is good, just to make sure that they need something, or I mean, it's a good way to keep those customers with you, because we are not alone doing this business. I mean, we have the competitors as well. So to have that relationship, we have a dedicated resource who would do the phone call to one of our customer, and would make sure that they need something, they need some product, and this way that strengthen the relationship. And from for the PPC ads, we are mostly targeting our own keywords. We are protecting our own brands on Google. So someone couldn't start showing their ads on our keywords. I mean, someone types PhonePad Pro, we want to make sure that we remain on top, even someone is advertising that. So we are like doing on 360-degree.
interesting. Sorry, 360 degree. What do you mean? Is that the brand protection you're talking about?
I mean, we are targeting, yeah, yeah, absolutely. We are protecting our brand, or you could say we are paying the ransom money to Google, that
Yeah.
they don't show others ads on our keywords.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. Um,
So this is something that we have been doing over the time, and analytics are, I mean, speaking for themselves, that what we have been doing. And you don't need to have like hundreds and thousands of customers a day. I mean, few hundred visitors. If you could see here, if I could show you.
so, okay, go ahead. Show us that for a second. I'll have a question here after this as well. Are you guys doing any retargeting at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, was wondering if you could show us the store and one of your checkout pages, and just kind of talk about it quickly about what your strategy is to get people to buy your product, I guess. Because I think some people are on here that are just wondering exactly what is happening here.
Yeah, just
Sounds like your Skype is blowing up today.
Yeah.
Yes. I see SEM Rush on your screen there. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes. Here we are. That was just making sure that it's working fine. So here are some other projects that are going on. Hey, you could do the research here. Stuff like, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Oh, okay, perfect. So here we could see we need to make sure about the competition, that what is happening in the market. So we could type the product here. That could be related to anything. For example, we could type some. Let's say we want to see something related to insurance, for example. So I could type insurance here and see what are the top competitors who are, ranking quite well. Or you could find some product here as well. For example, we could write, let's say, any product. Let's say fonts.
So you're using this to see what your own competitors are doing in terms of ad spend,
Absolutely.
search terms, all of that kind of stuff is found in here. You can also find out the domain analytics around your competitors, so you can outrank them and all that kind of stuff. Focus on what keywords. Basically, the SEM Rush tool is one that I've been using. We said this in our last live. SpyFu is another one as well.
Yes, absolutely.
I like SEM Rush better after I've been using both of them, to be honest.
Yes, here I could see the ad history as well of how other advertisers are spending against a particular keyword. So that helps a lot. That's quite generic.
It helps you find new products that you might perhaps not have thought about for upsells and all of that kind of stuff as well. So
you're right, absolutely. So this helps a lot in finding the competitors, and then making sure that how they have been doing, what kind of offers they have been running, what kind of ad copies they have been doing, and how you can write something better than that. For example, I have recently, let's say we choose insurance, because Medicare, let's say we go, that's another healthcare product, and let's say we want to see that how our other competitors are doing the marketing against that keyword.
Right.
So let it just load. Give it a second.
It's a little bit slow there, I see.
Yeah, because it is using an API, and it has to get the data from Google, some data from their own servers. So
true, very true. So
number one is we get to know the CPC. That makes a lot of difference. The product you are choosing is going to give you profit through the marketing is not. So just need to make sure that CPC is lower. For the product that I have been promoting on that, the CPC have always been very lower. Let's say the keyword is mobile iPhone broken screens. The keyword CPC would be like 0 point something or 1 point something. So make sure that the product that you are choosing is having the lower CPC, so that when you market that product, your cost remains lower and the profit margin is higher.
This is really all relative, however, because if you're selling a high ticket product like a generator, which is, $1,000, the keyword price is not going to be lower. Okay. You're going to be, if somebody's searching a generator, it's the price is going to be higher cost per click, but you have to factor in obviously your profit margins, the delivery cost, all that stuff. So I think it's a good indicator here to see the cost per click. You have to make it more relative to what you are actually making as a profit. So for you, for example, when you're selling $20 products, not only do you have to order a bunch of these products, the cost of that, the housing of these products, you're not making a lot of spread. You're probably making a couple of bucks at the end of the day, 10 to 15% spread. So you really need a cheaper cost per click, or you need an upsell in the back end to start upselling. And for your case, you guys are selling more bulk as opposed to a single product.
Yes.
A lot of people come into this with the idea of, I'm going to sell a single product to multiple people, okay? And I'm just going to keep selling as many as I can, and hopefully I'm going to get rich, right? So the strategy really depends on how you're going to go about it. Are you going to be selling bulk to people in your to companies in your neighborhood or your city, which a lot of people do? I know a guy that was selling chargers. Okay, he was buying chargers for like a dime a piece, and he was going to stores saying, "I'll give you 100 chargers for 25 cents a piece." He's making whatever it is, 1,000 chargers. So he's ordering like. So really, it's all relative. The cost per click can't really be what you base your business on. It's if you're going into a business that's $6.71 a click, you better be selling something that's $1,000.
Absolutely.
$500 or whatever.
Yeah, so that's how you use your mind to do the costing. So make sure that the product you are choosing is having the lower CPC, and that will be easier for you to do the marketing in the beginning. And then you can find out the bigger, I mean, if you have that tool, that will help you who is ranking well. I mean, that the government site or other sites, here you could see the sites according to your products. You could go through those sites and you could find their content, the kind of content they have been producing on their pages. Because the important thing is your website has to look good. Otherwise, you won't be able to convince the people that you have even good products, no matter how cheaper they are. So go through the competitors' sites, see that the kind of images they have been using, the kind of copywriting they have done, and get the ideas from them. I mean, I've seen people who are just copy pasting from their competitors and still doing good. What you could do is you could just go through the sites and get the important information and apply that. Right? These big websites, these big companies are having the entire departments of marketing. So their approach is, I mean, again, you would be getting some gold nuggets from these websites that you could apply to your site. So this was our approach as well. We went through these sites, the competitor sites, and we saw that. And now we are beating our competitors quite badly, and we have outranked them in some business aspects to them. And then that's going quite well.
So can we get back to your Shopify store for a second? I have a question that I think, again, I think people will have. Over the years, okay, you started your product, you did some research, you used SEMrush, you decided mobile screens or whatever tools was the product you wanted to choose, okay? So that's the first step, finding out your market, who it is, why you're going down that road, all that stuff, using tools like SEMrush, blah, blah, blah. Anstrex has that other thing. Then you need to create professional looking pages. And that's why Shopify is such an easy product to use. It's built to make it extremely simple for people with no skills at all to basically set up a store in 24 to 72 hours, we'll say. You can have a store set up. So you got your product, you've got your store. There's tons of themes. So you don't even need to ramble on about themes, because every theme nowadays is pretty much built for high ticket sales, or not high ticket, I guess high converting sales checkouts. Okay, these themes are already available inside. So where I'm going here is, I guess, why did you guys switch from whatever you were using before to Shopify recently? And what was the decision factor behind that? And what can people learn from that? And why Shopify is what you recommend? And what are you doing inside there to get all these sales each month?
Yeah. That's quite a good question. We were using the Magento earlier. I mean,
Magento?
Magento. That's a CMS used for building e-com websites. But every time we needed some changes, we required the technical knowledge. We always wanted to explain to the tech guys that this is what we want to do. And on the other sides, we saw that some of our competitors were doing good with the Shopify. Earlier, we thought that Shopify is for the small business, even though our business is also a small business. But we found out that Magento is good. Shopify is maybe for the clothing items or stuff. But with time, we saw that Shopify stores are ranking better because Shopify keep their stores according to latest SEO standards, be it breadcrumbs, be it let's say schema markups, be it other on-page SEO elements. So Shopify take care of such stuff themselves, and the hosting is off Shopify store, Shopify servers itself. Your site doesn't go down. DDoS attacks are already getting managed. So on the security end, on the performance end, on the SEO end, Shopify won our mind when we did the competitive analysis for some time. So we finally take a decision because shifting the entire site from one CMS to other CMS is a lot of work as well. But when we found a benefit in the long run, we found that that is a better way. So we switched from the Magento to here, because here we could see the reports even in a better way, the data information in even a better way, the marketing stats, the email marketing campaigns, and stuff like this. And analytics itself, it has a very powerful analytics where we could see that which of our campaign are getting us benefit. So these things were quite important to us. The reason we jumped to the Shopify.
Right. And I've seen the other side of the story too, where you pay a lot more at scale on Shopify because of the fact that it's so easy to get all this coding done automatically through their plugins, through their themes. That's how they charge the premium to most people. But at scale, it's getting quite expensive, and it's a lot cheaper to just hire a coder using something else, like whatever you mentioned there, Magneto or WooCommerce, I think, as well, where you can code and do stuff a lot cheaper than to pay the monthly fees for all these plugins you're going to need to get the stuff done. So there are two sides to that coin with Shopify, but I used Shopify, especially for a newbie into getting into a store, going into a tool that's built for everybody to use. I mean, my mother could set up a store. She has a hard time turning on the computer. I'm pretty sure she could just sign up to Shopify and have a theme set up within maybe a few days for her. But regardless, it would be like something anybody can do with a little bit of dedication and time. So
yes, I mean, when you start building a bit, the challenge that you get is your competitors start attacking your website with the DDoS attacks and stuff like this, and your website starts getting taking a lot of loading time and stuff. So this was something that we were also pissed off at a time. The reason we thought that we could afford that, so we could switch that. I mean, if from the beginning, if you want to run a store on Shopify, that would charge you only some $30 a month, which I think is, I mean, if you are actually building a shop, you will have to do a lot of overhead cost, right? The building cost, the electricity cost, or stuff. But you are just paying them $30. Hosting is theirs. All the tools are theirs. So, I mean, you are getting each and everything in just $30 a month. And when you are having a hosting, you have to purchase the hosting for the entire year. You must be having the tech support for most of the times. So when you do the comparative analysis, you would still find Shopify is convenient, and it is a lot cheaper than having all the hosting, all the people who are managing your servers inside, or like you have outsourced.
Okay. So we're coming up on to 45 minutes. I want to ask a few direct questions that I think are relevant to this presentation to help people understand a little more what's going on here. Unless you have anything else you want to finish on this presentation, I have some direct questions that I think will be interesting.
Sure.
The first question, What is your profit margin on this store? You showed us the revenue, which is $100 and something thousand a month. After you pay your phone guy or girl that calls people, your product costs, your ad costs, which is really low by the looks of it, your time and effort on the $100,000 or whatever it was, how much is actual profit that you can be like, that's worth my time and effort?
Yeah, basically we have not more than 5 to 10 employees at a time. So I mean, and most of our employees are like we are having support system in a different country where it's cheaper to pay for all the services. So we are using that outsourcing strategy. But the profit depends on or varies product to product. For some products we are making 35%. For some products we are making 10%. So at the end of the day, we are making a good amount of like 15-20%. We are saving that after paying all the salaries or cost involved.
Okay. And question number 2, what is your best strategy for increasing your profit margin each month?
We choose the products people are searching the most. I mean, we have SEMrush specifically for that. We keep an eye on the queries. We are using the Google Trends as well. What products or what kind of things are in the market, what people are searching the most. So we would be having the products in our inventory, and we will be promoting them on through the Google ads or through this product listing stuff.
Okay. And just to say this, if anybody's watching and you have a question you want to ask, by all means, type it in, because we are into the question and answer period, and I don't see any questions, so I'm asking the questions I want to hear. And if anybody else has some, by all means, please do. So that's good on the profit margin and how you would do that. Do you guys have a bigger strategy in place? Is this going to be something you plan to sell in the future, or are you currently don't have that far of an objective yet?
Yeah, we are basically have that stuff in mind that we possibly we will be collaborating some bigger e-com giants.
Okay.
Maybe in these coming years or in near future. And we have another store that we are developing, which is not related to mobile parts or something. So that is in our mind that we will sell that brand because this has become a brand, and we'll jump into the new business in a few years to come.
And that leads me to my next question, because the next question was, will you be building a new store, and what did you learn that you will do absolutely differently this time around from this project? Like what did you learn that you will do differently in your new store?
Absolutely. Many failures that we did, like choosing the wrong market. Just on the basis of that, we will be providing the good amount of videos where people would be able to change the mobile screens and stuff. So that was something that we failed at. We couldn't educate the target market up to that level. So we changed our market. Still, we succeeded. So one thing that we're going to make sure is the market knowledge for our next product. We have worked enough that we are correctly doing the market research. We are going to begin with some steel products, which I feel is also an industrial stuff. We want to do that. I mean, B2B is like it gives you more product profit, because we have been doing a little chance like $20 a product or $30 a product. Now we want to have the product that are like few hundred or few $1,000s, which we are working on and we will launch soon.
Excellent. Yeah. So I'm thinking of the future for myself, and I've thought about doing DTC products as well. Again, after I did my first test on it last summer, I did sell some products and I actually made some money. But the amount of work and time involved in doing it as a lone wolf guy here, we'll say, I just still love affiliate marketing. I love the fact that I can just go in and I have no one to answer to. I can just sell my stuff or other people's stuff and make a commission. And do you guys still do affiliate marketing, or are you focused more mainly now specifically on, because I know you have an affiliate background. What is your opinion between affiliate marketing versus owning a product? What would you recommend to people?
I believe it's always a good idea to have multiple revenue streams. I mean, I know a guy who is doing the affiliate marketing and who has a clothing store in his hometown as well. So he have been running both. I mean, it's good to diversify your revenue stream. At the end of the day, you are doing the marketing, right? You know how to do the SEO, you know how to run the ads, you know the other marketing practices, the email stuff, how you can improve the email open rates. So you are using the same marketing knowledge for two different industries, affiliate marketing and DTS products.
Yeah.
DTC product. So that's a good way. I think affiliate marketing, I begin from the content monetization and then affiliate marketing for years, and then I got an opportunity to establish a store from the scratch and lead it up to 100,000 a month with all that marketing strategies.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And we say that again in our training. The key here, the most valuable asset, you or anyone else who has one of these stores or anyone else doing affiliate marketing, the most valuable asset is knowing how to get traffic and conversions. Okay. You need to understand your target market. You need to know how to give them what they want. And you need to know how to sell something. If you can do that, it doesn't matter if you're selling someone else's product or you're selling your own product. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. This kind of shows that. I mean, you have a lot of work involved to make 100 grand a month. Some people can do that in a day with affiliate marketing. It all depends on what you want and what control you want at the end of the day. So quickly, 5 steps to building a $100,000 a month store like you have. Let's hear them.
Number one, patience. A lot of patience that is required, and you should be open to learnings. You should stay in the market. Make sure that you have good knowledge of the market, like the competitors, how they're doing, even though you don't have you have not been running that business before. Just you can keep an eye on how the other competitors are basically doing. Yes. So, and since you are doing it from the scratch, you must be an active person. Such kind of brand building is not for the people who are like maybe lazy or reluctant to be active. So these are the characteristics of your personality. On the technical stuff, you should be using the tools. That is good. I mean, you don't need to have a lot of research in the real market. You could use the tool and see the competitors, how they have been doing. Then go to the market, choose a product, add your profit into it, and do the campaigns. On the monetary side, you should be having a few $100s in your pocket to begin with the marketing, because that's how it would be you are doing. If you think that you could do it with the content marketing or just posting in the Facebook groups, it is going to take a lifetime. So must be having a few $1,000s in your pocket if you want to start making profits for the first month.
There's lots of ad credits out there as well. Google has one for $150. Snap ads, if you can sell e-com on Snap ads. I mean, I bet you this stuff sells pretty good on Snap ads. And then you've got Bing ad credits. Facebook's not very friendly on giving free money away, I don't find. But lots of places you can get free ad credit. But I know that building a following on Facebook and Instagram is also a great way for people to get sales through their products.
We have Anway who is asking, does B2B commerce require less ads? It relatively requires less ads, but you should be active with the ads, because you never know when you are going to get a great contract or great client. I have a friend who is selling the iron stuff, products related to iron and steel, and he's getting the clients, quite bigger clients, the governments, the Chinese clients who are building the highways, and they want some what we call the things that are attached on the both sides of iron stuff that is attached on the both side of the road. Some
guardrails.
Yeah, the guardrails. Yeah. So I mean, he is manufacturing those guardrails.
Interesting.
I mean, he just has a website. He did a good SEO, and I mean, Chinese in the country who are running that, who are actually looking for such product, they just did a search, and he got quite bigger contracts just out of SEO, and that was, I mean, kick-ass strategy. That is really impressive.
I think myself, if I was to get back into this game of buying and selling a product myself, I would look at high ticket, medium to high ticket. I'm talking like anything over 500 to 5,000, we'll say, in that area. I just think there's more opportunity there myself. I mean, everybody's chasing these gadgets and these clothing items, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but it's just so much more work to sell 1,000 screens for a mobile device than it is to sell one generator, we'll say. You know? So,
I mean, we could find the product related to infrastructure, because every country, every city is investing on infrastructure development. So you could think of products that are being used in infrastructural development. As I said, the guardrail or products related to iron or steel. You could find that. I mean, I have been in the consumer market, so I would be thinking of clothing items or mobiles most of the time. But when you see about B2B products, there are a lot more opportunities in that the young entrepreneurs are actually ignoring.
yeah. Well, we kind of got thrown off on the 5 steps to building your own store, but I think there's a lot more to it than 5 steps. Okay. So if anybody wants to further this discussion, I think you're more than welcome to come in to talk in our premium forum. There are people in there that actually own stores. I've seen some people come from owning a store to now doing affiliate marketing, and maybe you can get some answers from there, the rationale between why you would switch or why you would do that, or I guess any questions or concerns you have. Again, you can also comment if you want on this video. Do you have any closing remarks that you want to talk about, Sohaib, before we call it a wrap today? And
Yes, absolutely. If I would conclude it in like 1 or 2 minutes, that if you have been doing the affiliate marketing for years, this would be a piece of cake for you, because you have the marketing knowledge already. And it's always a good to have multiple revenue streams, so you could give it a real try as well. You would be building a real brand, a real business for yourself. If you have been doing this stuff already, you could use the same knowledge in affiliate marketing as well. The reason both things are absolutely connected. If you can sell one thing, you have that skill to sell another. So if you are affiliate marketing, you could do that as well. I mean, when I started, I didn't have much knowledge about affiliate marketing back in 2007, 8, 9. I was a content marketer at that time, but I learned over the time. And now when I'm doing affiliate marketing, I'm using the knowledge that I have learned by spending like $1 million on Google Ads and few 100,000 on Facebook. And that is helping me in affiliate marketing as well. Right. So these things are connected, and you should be using, giving focus to these things too.
absolutely. And yeah, I really think that this is a good way to go, especially in terms of how the ad industry is going. We're getting into more parallel tracking where you can't use redirects. You need to build your own website, your own brand, get traffic to your own branded site before you even start selling anything to direct consumers. So whether you're selling your own phone screens or you're an affiliate for another phone screen, you still need to develop your own brand. And then more and more importantly, as you continue to buy ads on Facebook, the more they think you're an affiliate that's just trying to get a commission, the more you're going to get banned. So the industry is moving towards branding, everyone building a brand. I mean, it's been that way for a long time, but people are starting to really grasp it now, especially when it comes to buying paid traffic online. I think it's extremely important. If anybody would comment on that, please do, but I think that's a valid point. So anyway, I have to go pick up my daughter, so I'd like to end this presentation, but thank you so much again for presenting this and showing people exactly what it is you do. It's great to see that people don't hide and blur things out, seeing exactly the store, the products you're selling, the success you're having, and congratulations on that. And I think it's great to see it live on TV, we'll say on social media, that this
and I hope that a lot of our trainees are going to going to establish their brand. In years to come, we are going to see a lot of success stories in our own community.
Yeah. So anyway, again, thanks a lot, and thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next upcoming videos on the channel and as well in our private Facebook group, and we'll see you later.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Bye.